one of the most important things we learn about is ourselves.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what you've achieved, where you're at in business or life or whatever. You know, if you have to listen. You have to go with that feedback.
Mm-hmm. So you said just that you used to be in a suit and tie,
all the time.
and
imagine out here, right?
you know what I mean? It doesn't look like that's your personality. And I've known you a little while now, and I've got to work with you, and I've got to know you. And suit and tie Pete Scott isn't the Pete Scott that I know.
Sure. Yeah.
So do you find that just being yourself on video in your normal clothes, compared to the Pete Scott? Like you say, just explain that, because it just doesn't make sense to me.
I think when you start out, and I'm not even starting out because it was a good few years into my business.
Yeah.
And you're trying to be what you're conditioned, what the world conditions you to believe,
mm-hmm.
and you know that success is suit and tie, and you know that's what your customers want,
mm-hmm.
and you think that's the brand. The better suit you wear, the better tie you have, the better tie clip you've got. But actually, it's not about that. It's just about connecting with people and being yourself. And actually, if I look back at videos now, although that I'm really, really grateful that I've been through this journey of like doing videos where
mm-hmm.
I'm there in a suit and tie. And I remember I had a video where I was in a really tiny business where there's no need at all. Like, I'm like, oh my goodness, why am I wearing a suit and tie? They've got like 4 staff, and you know, they're all like jeans and t-shirt, and there's me in my suit and tie.
Yeah.
And I worked there like I was helping them out like 12 hours a day,
mm-hmm.
trying to get their business turned around, and they've had some great results. But yeah, just learn to relax.
Yeah.
And just trust yourself.
Yeah.
And with trust, you can. And I'm not saying you become unprofessional by any means,
mm-hmm.
but yeah, you can be more of yourself.
Yeah, it looks more. It's you. This is you. This is the Pete Scott. I mean, you showed me footage of when you were in your suit and tie yesterday from years ago, and I didn't even notice you. I didn't even notice it was you, and I said that to you. I didn't even recognise that it was you. And then looking at you today filming and coming across as genuine as you are, it's so much more powerful than when you were trying to be that suit and tie man and be perfected. And this is so much better. It's far suited to you.
Learning.
Yeah.
And I think one of the most important things we learn about is ourselves.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what you've achieved, where you're at in business or life or whatever. You know, you have to listen. You have to go with that feedback.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes we get caught up and trapped in a little bit of ego.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, no, it needs to be this way.
Yeah.
And really, you look back after doing that for sometimes a period of time, like a year or 2 or 5.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, that really wasn't ideal.
Yeah.
It's just part of it, because you can't get to a place where you are totally comfortable within yourself if you haven't made a few mistakes.
Yeah.
Or mistakes, got some feedback along the way.
Yeah.
So now, there's a time and a place where I wear suit and tie.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just not very often.
Yeah.
Now it's really just like I say.
But this here, in the shorts and the trainers and the chilling, this is the real Pete Scott.
I like that Pete Scott.
This is the real Pete Scott.
Yeah, thanks.
What you're looking at now.
Yeah.
And he's a pretty cool dude.
I try my best.
He is a pretty cool dude.
I can. Honestly, I know it sounds like keep serving, like keep serving, keep listening. Really, this keeps coming up this whole trip. Listen well to the feedback that you get. Life is a constant mirror.
Mm-hmm.
It's a constant mirror, and if you're not listening, and a lot of the time we don't want to hear all the messages that we're getting.
Yeah.
I know that sounds kind of spiritual.
Yeah.
But maybe it is spiritual. I don't know. But when you learn to listen a little bit and kind of respect that, whatever your belief is, the universe or I don't know, energy. It's really good to just get that feedback and see. Go, okay, that's cool. Let me just adjust slightly here, adapt slightly there. The strongest species, right? It's not the strongest. The species that survives or whatever it is not the strongest or the fastest. It's the most adaptable to change. So if wherever you're at right now, the one thing I'd say to people, and I say this to myself, that's why the only reason why I mention it is, just to be really, really open that there's feedback all the time, and even if they're like, I love this bit about me, like, I love wearing a suit. It's like I'm a business owner.
You feel powerful.
And I'd get and I'd buy a better suit. And I remember I went to Italy, and that was the first time I bought my Italian tailored suit, which I never wore. It was good to have that experience.
Yeah.
But now it's like just be you.
Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Literally, look at those legs. Sexy.